undo it. So if you started with me at the beginning, you noticed me doing some movement, but you didn't hear any explanation. I'm going to work a little with balance today. So starting again, let's bring the hands to the low belly, lower dantian. And breathe. Feeling the breath down into the belly. And feel the surface of the feet. Maybe sway a little bit here. Your eyes can be open or closed. We're working with balance today, so balancing both the energetic body and the physical body. With the eyes closed, it causes your brain to work a little harder to keep you balanced physically. Now breathe into the rib cage, right up here in the ribs. Big breath into the ribs. And expand the ribs on the inhale. Maybe even more than you normally expand them. Really stretch the ribs. Emptying completely with the exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And one more this way. And opening the eyes if they're closed, release the arms to the sides. We're going to step the left leg out a little wider than hip distance apart. Bring your hands in front of you and cross your arms, letting your fingers rest on your shoulders, or if you want to go a little tighter with this, feel free to do that. So physically getting a nice stretch in between the scapula, the shoulder blades in the back. But the focus here is a nice hug, giving yourself a nice hug. Little softness in the knees, and tuck the tailbone a little, like you're dropping the tailbone to point down towards the earth. Eyes open or closed. And feel the energy of giving yourself a hug. Now let's start moving with this. We're going to twist side to side. Feel the physical sensations of this movement. And notice the sensation of the breath now that we're moving our torso a bit. Feel that heavy grounded sensation in the feet and the light lifting in the crown of the head, the by way point. Now open the arms like a helicopter. And we're going to twist. The breath can start to get a little faster. Inhale takes you to the center, and the exhale is the twist. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Now let the arms start to hang. And we're going to take this into knocking on the door of life. A warm-up that we've done a lot of. You can widen your gait if you need to. The movement comes from the lower dantian, the low belly. Your arms are just very ragdoll-like, and twist. And feel free to bring your hands to collarbones and over to your shoulder blades. As you sway side to side, bringing some heat to the body. Increasing the yang energy, the masculine, fiery energy of action. And let the momentum slow. Pause here and feel. Let your mind explore for sensation. I always really feel the chi in my arms, that tingling sense in my arms. Take a couple more breaths here just to explore, just to find what you find. One more big breath. Now step the feet back to hip distance apart, and we'll continue with our warm-up, blending in some balancing challenges as we go. Drop the knees a little bit, curl the tailbone down, shoulders are over top of hips. Let your arms be heavy, but keep some space in between the arms and the torso to let that chi, those subtle energy bodies that surround us, like our aura, to have space for the chi to flow. Reaching through the crown of the head, the by way point. Drop the chin down and twice. 1, 2. Now back. 1, 2. Again. 1, 2. And 1, 2. One more round. 1, 2. 1, 2. Reach through the crown of the head again. Now we're going to turn to the right. 1, 2. Left. 1, 2. Keep going. Once more each side. Here's 1 and the other side. And back to center. Now side to side. So bringing right ear to right shoulder, right and left and right and left. Once more each way and this one. Good. Back up to the center. Now widen your stance a bit. And step back with the left foot. Stay on the ball of the foot this time. We're going to work through this shoulder. We're going to bring the left arm forward, palm up, circling it around, and turn the palm so it faces down as you go down and around. Palm up, palm down. Let's do 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. And reverse for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one, and 5. And bring the feet next to each other. Switch sides. Right foot back, ball of the foot. Right hand, palm up, flip, palm down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. 3 more this way. Two more. Last one this direction. And reverse for 5. 4, 3, 2, last one. And stepping forward. Bring your hands in front of you, make gentle fists. We're going to open 2 with the elbows bent. Open 2 with the arms out wide. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Bring the arms down to the side. Shake the shoulders. As you inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Exhale. Let them go down. Inhale up. Exhale. 3 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. Shake the hands out again. Now feet hip distance, maybe a little wider. Let's work the hips and the spine. We're going to do the hula hoop. So you come forward with the pelvis to the left, back to the right, and forward. So big circle. Make sure the breath flows. Stay nice and loose in all of your joints. One more this way. Now reverse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now keep the feet hip distance apart, but angle them out a little bit. I'm going to turn in a second so you can see what I mean. I want you to take your hands behind you so the fingertips touch the spine. Keep the hands there. Keep the shoulders nice and wide. Nice bend in the knees. We're going to fold right here at the hip crease. So it's not rounding through the spine. Turn sideways. It's not this. It is leading with the heart, folding at the hip crease, keeping the fingers on the low back and folding. Now the knees can be bent as much as you need them to be. This is a nice stretch in the hamstring, so you can work towards straightening. But if you feel strain in the low back, bend your knees some more. Three more breaths. Reaching through the crown of the head as you're pushing your hips back. One more big breath. And rise up. I'm going to turn. Now maybe I'll stay this way. We're going to take this into extension of the spine. So that was flexion. Now we'll extend. Reaching through the top of the head. Come into a back bend. Knees are still soft. Open through the chest. Reaching through the crown of the head. Keep the shoulders heavy and away from the ears. Breathe. 3 more. Last one. And upright again. Now I'll face you. Now we're just going to do a side bend, but we're going to use our hands to help with that. I want you to bring the arms up. You can't really see. I'm going to bring them down a little. I want you to take your left hand and your right index finger and thumb and make a bracelet. Pull up and over. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Now breathe into the left ribs. And inhale up. Second side reach, pull, and over to the left. Really plant and ground down through that right leg. Right leg and reach up and over with the right fingertips. Breathing into the right ribs on the inhale, and maybe you can fold a little deeper on the exhale to the left. And inhale back up. Now take the hands to the low back again. So we did the hip circles. Now we're going to do a waist circle. So you're moving more, instead of the hips, you're moving the torso. So we're just going to swirl around. And the hips come along for the ride, but there's a little more movement in the upper body. And listen to your low back. If this doesn't feel right, don't do it. Go the other direction for 5. So we're really combining all those movements of the spine. 2. And last one, and up. Pause here again, just noticing sensation. What do you feel energetically? Physically, mentally, what do you feel? What do you notice? Just notice. No judgment, just notice. And open the eyes if they're closed. Now bring the arms a little wider. I like to have my palms up, and we're going to start getting into some more serious kind of balance. I want you to bring your left foot out and roll onto the tops of your toes, and then start moving through the ankle. And back to second side. Right foot. Roll through the ankle. I'm always amazed at how uncoordinated I am at this movement. That keeps me focused. Okay, so remember that action. Now bring your hands together and lace your fingers, and we're going to move through the palms, through the wrists, kind of a figure eight, and then go the other direction. Okay, keep the hands like this. Shift your weight to the right. Bring your left foot out, and we're going to try to do the palms and the wrists while we do the ankle. And I don't know about you, but this one makes smoke come out of my ears. It's hard to concentrate on these movements at the same time. Second side. Now bring your right foot out. Now switch the grip of your hands to your least favorite way to hold. And try to do both at the same time. My dog's out. Miley, it's okay. Good, and back. Now balance yourself between your feet and feel that. Feel the feet beneath you and feel the weight distribution between the legs. I want you to shift your weight to your right and simply bring your left knee up. Now, if you need to, you can reach out for the knee to really pull it up, or if you want to work the core a little bit, just keep the knee lifted and down. Second side, shift the weight to the left. Bring the right knee up. You can hang on or you can release and back down. So you're like, well, that was really easy. We're going to hold it. I don't have a second hand on the clock that I have over here. We're going to roughly do this for about a minute, okay? So listen and pay attention to what the brain's trying to tell you. Step back and witness that chatter. If you lose your balance, regain your balance, come back. That's where the work happens, when you fall out of balance and you have to find your way back. That's when the brain has to develop these pathways to help keep you balanced. So let's start by shifting the weight to the right. Lift your left knee and breathe. In through the nose, out through the nose. I find in balance challenges, if I anchor my mind to the breath, it helps. Keep going. If this is pretty easy, bring your hands to heart center. What's your mind telling you? About 20 more seconds. And release. I don't know if that was close to a minute, but that was a good balance challenge, at least for me. Now bring your weight to the left leg and lift the right knee. Hang on to it or keep it lifted. Balance can be very different from one side to the next. And it can also be very different from one day to the next. And if this is pretty easy, bring the hands to heart. And you can even lift the hands. And again, if you lose your balance, find it again. Ooh, like that. Stay focused on the breath. About 20 more seconds. And release. So we worked on the balance, but I'll bet you felt some work in the muscles too. And the wobbliness are stabilizer muscles. And those are good things. So those stabilizer muscles need to be able to communicate with the brain. And they don't do that unless we make them communicate with the brain. And they also need to be strong. So we helped with our stabilization. All right, let's do a little more warm up and then we'll go on to some Qigong forms. I want you to bring your feet wide, hip distance apart, hip distance, wider than hip distance, and angle the feet out. I want you to squat, bringing the weight into the hips and into the heels. Take your hands to the tops of your thighs, just above your knees. And let's hold here. I want you to squat a little bit and rise up. Squat a little bit and rise up. We're going to do 5 more. Maybe you squat a little deeper each time. The knees are boss here. So if the knees don't like this, don't go as deeply. Maybe for balance, bring your hands to heart. How about 2 more? Feel the difference in energy as you rise up compared to squatting down. This is the last one. Now bring your hands to your knees again. We'll do a little twist. Let's straighten the knees for this one. So again, we're going to fold at the hip creases. Take left hand over towards the right foot, right shin. And back. Right hand over towards left foot, left shin, and back. One more time each side like that. Twist. And twist. And bring your arms out like an airplane. And we're going to twist through the whole upper body. Take your hands to the outside of your shin and pull to twist. Unwind. Second side, hand to outside of the shin, pull to twist. Try to stack the shoulders. And let's just flow with this. Last one. Now rise up. Swing your arms overhead and then hang on to opposite elbows. So if you're old enough to remember I Dream of Jeannie, these are your I Dream of Jeannie arms. Soften your knees a bit. We're going to fold out the hip crease and hang. Just hang. And breathe. And take your hands to your thighs as you exhale. Pull your feet away from each other as you inhale and rise up. Let's step the feet together. Let's gather around us and clear. So we're going to gather and clear. We've moved a lot of energy through the body. Let's gather some fresh chi around us and clear that stale, stagnant energy, releasing it. Let's do 3 more. Gather and clear. 2 more. Gather and clear. Last one. Gather. Clear. Bring the hands in front of the lower dantian again. Pausing and feeling. Exploring and noticing. Feeling the feet perhaps swaying here a bit like bamboo in the wind. And drop your arms to your sides. Let's open the door from the left. So left knee comes up as the hands come up. Step out left. Arms come down. Let's work a little with Dragon Pearl. Bring the hands together and rub them. And shake them. And bring your hands to touch in front of the low belly, lower dantian. Again, eyes can be opened or closed, and I say it many times. Mine are closed often. Through my yoga and my Tai Chi practice, I feel I can go inward easier if I take away the visual stimulation, but you decide. And let's do a little ocean breath. As you inhale, pull the fingers away from each other. And exhale. Let the fingertips find each other again. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Keep going. And play with how big you bring your hands away from each other. Play with that. So it can be big or small. And as you continue with the ocean breath, see if there's any awareness of sensation between your hands. Like you're moving through water, or maybe pulling on taffy. Or maybe the sensation of magnets when they repel each other. Notice what you notice. 2 more breaths. Last one. And gather your dragon pearl, that ball of chi, that ball of energy. And what would it look like if you could see it? I'm going to shift my weight to my left, stepping out to my right, kind of at an angle. Heel of my foot, ball of my foot, and then toe. As I shift forward, I'm bringing that chi ball out here, holding it now. Left hand's on top, right hand's on the bottom. As I begin the first of 3 exercises, we do 3 exercises on each side, 3 times a piece. The first one is inhale a little and exhale. Inhale a little bigger and exhale. And then inhale really big and exhale. 2 more rounds of that. And as you finish your 3rd round, then you move into double inhale. So it's inhale, inhale, long, slow exhale. 2 more. Now we'll gather that ball of chi again. I'm going to scoop it up in the left hand. Now I'm holding that ball of energy in my left hand. Keep your left elbow tight to your ribs. It's like you don't want to drop the energy. So you're going to roll that hand, bring the hand to the crown of the head, the byway point, and then push the energy back into your right hand. 2 more times. And as you finish, gather your ball of energy, step back. Draw the ball of energy back to your lower dantian. Pause again and notice. Second side, shift the weight to the right. I'm going to step out at an angle to the left. Heel of my foot, ball, and then toe. As I shift forward, I bring the chi ball. Now my right hand's on top. All 3 exercises 3 times each. Here we go. And you'll notice if you close your eyes, you'll feel those stabilizer muscles working in the ankles. And the second is double inhale. Now gather your ball of energy. See if you feel it like a bubble. Scoop it up with your right hand. Keep your right elbow close to your torso, passing that ball right by your kidneys. Swirl around, bring to the top of your head by waypoint, and then push the ball down into the hand. 2 more. And step back. Gather your dragon pearl and bring it in front of the lower dantian. Let's come into swimming dragon, dropping the arms to the sides. Bring your left hand forward, palm up. Right hand just hangs. We're going to twist to the right. As we twist to the right, reach back with the right hand, scoop with the right hand, bringing energy forward. Turn the left palm down as the right palm comes forward, facing upward. Same thing on the left. Reaching back with the left as you flip the right palm. One palm is always up, one always down. One gathering yin from the earth, one gathering yang from the sky. Let's do one more time on each side. And face forward. Bring your hands in front of your lower dantian. And once again, notice. Breathe and notice. And release your arms to the side. So we did, I call it scoop and swoop, when we gather the energy and pass it over by waypoint and bring it back down. I like those swirly kind of moves with the hands. This next one is called Kalari. It starts with a K, maybe A-L-R-I, something like that. It's a martial arts form, and it's really fun to watch. This isn't martial arts. This is just one of the Kalari. I think it's a warm-up exercise. I like it. So bring your arms in front of you, palms face you, swing them above you and flip the palms so they face up. I squatted down a little more so you can see my hands. I'm going to reach back and forward by my kidneys. Now I'm going to fold. Look at my wrists. My wrists are flipped so my palms face the earth. As I come up, arms overhead. And I'm right back where I started from. Swirl And fold. Keep breathing. So if you could see the field of energy around you, what would it look like if you could see the swirling effect that this movement has in your energy field? Let's do one more. And bring your arms to your side. Pause here and see if you can feel that residual swirl in your energy. What does it feel like? And release your arms to your sides. Now we'll do one more swirling exercise, and this comes from Wuji Qigong. And the last time we were together at Owens Corning, we practiced with pebbles, and I kind of like that. And I have some pebbles today, and I like to paint on my rocks, so I have some of my painted rocks. We're going to bring our hands forward, and if you don't have pebbles in your hands, that's okay. And soften through the knees and tuck the tailbone. Now draw the hands back by the kidney region. We're going to do one side at a time. Feet are a little wider than hip distance apart, and you may find that you kind of step a little wider as you go. Starting with the left hand, I'm going to turn, reach over to the right, curve my hand in front of me, bring my hand to the byway point, and back down by my side so I don't drop my pebble. Reach across with the right, curve it above your head and back to your side. That side's a little harder for me because I have a shoulder injury. Over and down, and again, over and down. Let's do one more time each side, then we're going to put it together. And we always have fun with this one. Okay, putting them both together. As I bring my left hand across and swoop it to the top of my head, this is kind of like the trigger to start the other hand. So when my hand comes to my byway point, my right hand is positioned to start moving. So just try to go with it. And try not to drop your pebbles. Keep going. If you need to, start over. And if you could see this in your energy field, what would it look like? I'm going to start again. Let's do a few more. Very good. And lay your pebbles down or whatever you were holding, or if you weren't holding anything, just come back. All right. Let's do the 5 elements today, and then we'll end with a little Qi meditation. The elements in Tai Chi and Qigong are earth. Earth gives rise to metal. Metal gives rise to water. Water to wood, and wood to fire. Everything comes back to earth. Step wide, angle the feet out. We're going to drop into the hips and into the heels. You should easily be able to lift those toes. Then you can stay up higher or squat a little lower. Swing your arms up to shoulder height. And then curve your hands like you're holding the earth. This is earth. Breathe. Into the low belly. So picture the earth. In whatever way feels right to you today. 2 more breaths here. Visualize. And inhale. Straighten the legs, bring your arms back up to shoulder height. Earth gives rise to metal. Palms of the hands face each other. Bring the fingertips towards each other. And the low gun points don't touch. Sink down into the knees again. It's like you're playing an accordion. Inhale and exhale. Picture metal. Inhale and exhale. Keep going. And open the eyes if they're closed. On your next inhale, bring the arms back out to shoulder height. Exhale, sinking down, holding on to the earth. Picturing the earth and remembering the metal. And metal gives rise to water. This water form is to evoke an image of water trickling down into the earth. So we've had a lot of rain. It's kind of drizzly today. So picture in your mind's eye, if you will, that water, the drops of rain hitting the earth and then just trickling into the earth. So we inhale, straighten the legs. Arms stay the same. Exhale, sink. Inhale. And exhale. Weight in the hips and in the heels. Visualize. Sometimes I like to visualize snow melting and trickling down into the earth. I hope we're done with snow for this year. And pause as you exhale. Inhale, straighten the legs, bring the arms up. Exhale, earth. Remembering the metal and remembering the water. Water gives rise to wood. Wood is a wooden wagon wheel, and you're holding it in the palms of your hands. As you inhale, straighten your legs, smooth your hands to the top of the wagon wheel. And as you exhale, sink down into the hips and bring the hands to the bottom. Inhale. And exhale. Picture that wagon wheel. One more time up. And down. Inhale, arms to shoulder height. Exhale, earth. Remember the metal. Remember the water. And remember the wood. Wood gives rise to fire. Find that dragon pearl. This is your ball of fire now. We're going to pull that energy up to the heart and then reach over. So I'm bending into the right knee and kind of straightening the left, like we did with our dragon pearl exercises. And fire is with the inhale, the flames rise up. And with the exhale, they settle down. Keep going. Picture the fire. One more. Now gather your ball of fire, bring it in front of your heart, and we're going to go the other way. So bend into the left knee and inhale. Flames rise up and exhale, settle down. One more. And gather your ball of fire, bring it back to your heart, and then let it go. As you exhale, hold the earth, squatting down. And remember the metal, the water, the wood, and the fire as you picture the earth. Three more breaths. And then open the eyes and let it go. Good. Let's step the feet together and we'll do a little meditation before we end today. I'd like you to bring your hands, instead of at the lower dantian, I'd like you to bring them to the middle dantian or the heart. Crush your hands in front of your own heart. Soften through the knees. Tuck your tailbone. Close your eyes or a gentle gaze right down the tip of your nose to the floor. And breathe. Feel your feet as you breathe. I want you to feel only the left foot. Explore sensation in the left. And now explore the sensation in the right. Maybe it's the sole of the foot. Maybe you feel the top of the foot. Maybe the heel. Now feel both feet at the same time. Right and left. Now feel your long shin bones. Starting at your knee and ending down there at your ankle. Feel the long shin bones, both left and right. And now feel the spaces behind your knees, those warm spaces. And feel just the right space behind your right knee. And just notice. And now the left space behind your left knee. And notice. And notice both at once. And notice the softness of your belly from below your lower ribs to above the pubic bone. That softness of your digestive organs and your abdomen. And bring awareness even to the back of the abdomen. That softness as you inhale and exhale. Now feel the rise and fall of your ribs as you inhale and exhale. They expand and rise upward on the inhale. And descend and float inward on the exhale. Feel your hands crossed, one on top of the other, over your heart. Feel the rise and fall of your heart space as you breathe. Now feel the muscles of the face. And as you exhale, see if you can release and soften any expression that's lingering on the face. Maybe the ears relax a little bit and slide a little closer to the shoulders. And in response, the shoulders become heavier and drop a little further down towards the earth. And then feel the crown of the head, the byway point, the very top of the head. And like the lens of a camera, imagine that space is opening wide to receive the energy from the sky. And bring your awareness back to the soles of your feet. Those energy centers in the feet, the bubbling springs. And feel the openness there, receiving energy from the earth. And that energy from the sky, that is yang energy, and from the earth, that is yin, is drawn to the heart to fill the space of the heart. A nice balance of both. Now slide your hands down in front of the lower dantian, the low belly, and feel that energy be pulled down there. And this is where we store that energy. Take a few more breaths here. And begin to deepen the breath. And open the eyes if they're closed. And as you inhale, reach up one more time. Big grab from the sky. Look forward, draw that energy down through the crown of the head. Bring your hands together in front of the heart. Logam points touching. May you have peaceful thoughts, peaceful words, a peaceful heart, and a peaceful world. Namaste.